What's up everyone, welcome to Ola Testing. Today I'm trying out the Peavey Vypyr X1. Start here, it says. Start here by pulling this off, I guess. There it goes. Now the Peavey Vypyr series is basically the like a low-cost beginner type of amplifier, much like, you know, the Line 6. What's the name? Spider, thank you. Now there's been a couple different Peavey Vypyrs out there. I've owned a couple myself. This is a newer version that came out last year called the Vypyr X, and these come in different shapes and forms. This is the smallest one. This is a 21 amplifier, then there's the 51 and I think 100. This one sports a smaller speaker in it though, so it's not a full 12-inch, just like on my old Peavey Vypyr that I switched the speaker on. So this is the smallest amplifier they have right now, and it's about 200 bucks. And something I always liked about the Peavey Vypyrs is that they always sounded really good for metal. Usually with, like, you know, beginner amplifiers like the Spider and, you know, the Fender Mustang, for instance, is that they don't necessarily sound very metal, do they? Like they're made for rock and, you know, everything in between, leads and clean. But the Peavey Vypyrs always sounded great for metal, in my humble opinion. For this time I'm miking up this small little cabinet with a Neumann TLM 102. I'm using a Solar guitar. And this is a metal tone, I guess. And that, my friends, is a pretty good metal tone right out of the box. This was a preset right here that I just removed. I think it was a preset that had a flanger on or something stupid. I just removed the flanger and that's it, basically. What is it? It's 6534, the red channel or the second channel. There is a gate happening, much like on the original Vypyr that I have. Listen. It's a little too soft, maybe. And from what I understand, there aren't any gate controls on the Vypyrs. It's just there all the time, and it's not tight enough for metal, maybe. But I guess it's okay. You can probably use a noise gate yourself, and it will disappear. I think that sounds pretty good, man. Okay, let's see. We have low, mid, and highs. Let's turn down the highs. It is a little screechy. That sounds better. And much like, you know, on the other Vypyr that I had, it sounded a little screechy, and I switched out the speaker for that one, and it became a little bit more tamed, which is good. That's because of the speakers that come with the Vypyr series are more flat response type of speakers, so it should work for like bass and other instruments as well. And I forgot to say that, but you pick the instrument type here at the top. So you have A, B, C, D. So C is bass and D is acoustic. If you want to use this for bass, that's perfectly fine. We're doing it for guitar on this video, okay? So we have low, mid, high. I can't see. All right. I can say for sure that not many of the other beginner amplifiers sound this good for metal. However, it is a little boxed in by the size of this whole cabinet right here. I imagine if you would get one of the bigger ones, the X2 or the X3, maybe, is it the X3? I don't know. That it would sound a little better. Yeah, you have to turn down the highs, man. I mean, listen to this. It has this sizzle that you can't really take away. Like you would need like a presence knob for this thing, but you don't have one. You have the high only. So, but I guess you can turn it down a little bit, and it's chunky, man. Okay, let's try some other amplifiers. We have the XXX. Sounds a little gentler, maybe? Okay. Okay. That sounds way too scooped. So one thing about the Vypyr series is that the distortion types are actually analog, so all the digital stuff is in the post effects or the effects. I mean, Peavey are claiming that it sounds better this way, and you know what? I can probably agree. It does sound better than other, you know, amplifiers of this size or beginner amplifiers, at least for the price, you know? Maybe that's why the distortion sounds better. British. That's nice, it sounds broken. 6505. Yeah, man, the character of the distortion is great. It's just that it's getting a little boxed in by the cabinet right here. I mean, it does kind of seem like it's 6505, you know? All right, let's try out the effects a little bit. You can do these effects things right here. You have a bunch of shit. I'm just gonna try there's a tube screamer on here. And to edit the effects, you push here and you get like the editing things right here. So that's like the Marshall style or British style with a tube screamer on, okay? All right, let me try some other things. The fuck was that? All right, maybe we need something clean for this. Hello. Fuck is this? Wow, that's so useful. Okay, let's find something else. Oh, damn. Okay. Okay. Some wahs, octavers. Okay. Some phasers, some flangers. So. And then you also have delay level and reverb here as well. That's always on unless you turn them down, so you can... All right, I'm gonna try. Oh, lost a bit of hair. too. Great, Peavey. So I want to do a little bit of a conclusion in regards to this amplifier. If you're into metal, I think this is probably the best you're gonna get for metal in terms of just sit at home and practice kind of deal. I mean, this is not an amplifier I would record or anything like that, but for just sitting at home practicing, being a beginner and all, and you want to have a kick-ass distortion for metal, I think this is really, really great. The character of the distortion is great, but the cabinet and speaker of this is, yeah, it's not perfect. But you have to take into account that this is the smaller, you know, cabinet and speaker, and that definitely limits the openness of this whole amplifier. I mean, it seems all boxed in, which, you know, you can't really have anything else unless you just upgrade to a bigger sized box or a bigger sized speaker. So with that said, I mean, it sounds fine as it is, but just keep in mind it will sound a little boxed in. If you're into clean tones and effects and stuff like that, maybe this is not the best option. Since it doesn't have any connectivity, I mean, you have a USB port right here, but it's mainly just to record into and use it as an audio interface. It's not to gain access to more tweakability in that sense. It's just for recording. So in that sense, it's nice because this is everything you get. So you don't have the extra, you know, you have to go into the iPhone and iOS or to tweak around. Everything's right here. So in that sense, it's nice. But also, if you really like to tweak things, maybe that is not the best option right there. But if I would pick and choose between the Vypyr and some other, you know, Spider or like the Fender Mustang, in terms of the metal, I think the Vypyr is doing a great job. $200, I guess that's an okay price for this. I mean, it's not meant to be professional gear. It's for, you know, sitting at home, playing, have a good time. And for that, I think it's pretty freaking good. Is it better than the previous Vypyr series? I don't know. I don't feel it. It sounds just as good, but is it better? Is it an upgrade? I don't know. If you already have a Vypyr, you probably don't need to upgrade this. But if you don't have a Vypyr, there it is. It's right there. So there you go. That's the Peavey Vypyr X1 for you right there. I think it sounds pretty good for what it is. If you want to be certain that you don't want to spend that much money, but you want a really good metal tone going, I think this brings you pretty close to like a 5150, but in a small size. So there you go. I hope you guys like my video. Maybe consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.